All right, we are back. Okay, first off,
Let's welcome Yo-Yo's keyboard back into the chat.
Hey, I have to.
She is literally the ship stenographer. Okay, she
I
is the
tell
ship
this
stenographer.
Will needs to go to whatever closet is in that room that he's currently in. Go sit in it.
Jules.
You
Dang.
know,
So
like
Sunday night we witnessed history,
Witness artwork.
Mhm.
Artwork, ladies and gentlemen.
Black man.
art, pure black. There's no other way to put it.
Also,
There's that meme with Jill Scott running around. It was so black ass. Yes.
mhm.
I'm talking about the K-Dot Bowl. I ain't talking about the Super Bowl. Although that was an ass whooping in itself. Kendrick Lamar performed on the biggest stage in the world
Mhm.
and had a mission, accomplished mission, a message that was sent and received, and a burial. I don't know how
You could
artistic genius like this could last forever, but I wanted to.
You could tell it homecoming too.
A damn good homecoming.
Mhm.
You'll see him coming to the Grammys. Everybody's gonna go, shit, that's time to go.
Yeah, turn around. Nah, just call the car ain't left. It's just it. Come bring it on back.
Stop the valet! Stop the valet!
This was
right now.
glorious
Mhm.
to the point. Even Sam Jackson, who, if you do some of your homework, is a bit of a revolutionary himself.
Mhm.
Ain't no
Especially-
bit about it.
that
You kidnapped
that
Martin
man,
Luther King Jr.'s daddy. You got it. You got it in the bag.
that man you see on the screens sprouting all the motherfuckers. That's him. I'm just saying. That's not an act.
The man was the DJ, radio DJ, and do the right thing. Come
Yes.
on now.
Yep.
Come on.
But the messages that were sent, the double entendres, the
Mhm.
stage setup, the choreography, the music, the representation.
And all the black folk. Not a single ream of paper anywhere on the stage.
Only thing white was the outfits.
Mm. And they was black in themselves. Okay. Mustard.
There was definitely in 13 minutes there was moments that people are still dissecting
Mhm.
this performance because there's so much to be said. If you paid attention in the crowd, the message was sitting in the crowd.
Mhm.
There's stuff going on. Nobody was catching. They were just like, oh, it was this. No, you didn't see that. There were things going on during this performance that just literally had me in my black tears and happy
Mhm.
and petty. I like this level of petty. This is a level of petty I can sign up for. I like this.
This ain't petty. This is a generational
I am.
plus. Okay,
Hmm.
His kids are gonna be able to talk to Kendrick. Well, not Kendrick. Drake.
Right.
Maybe one kid.
He musically
Drag
stuck
them
it up
to-
everybody's ass who gave him shit. He
Mhm.
musically gave enemas to all the naysayers, the so-called
He had to go
conservatives.
down under and still can't escape it.
Right.
no, it's actually insane that the same weekend this man was wearing a sweatshirt full of fake bullet holes with steams coming out of him on his performance as if he got shot and survived.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, are you serious?
Corny, tomato.
No, it's actually insane for so many reasons. But I'm just like, I don't know. I feel like the rap as a genre right now is just like, come on now, y'all. Like, there's just certain things that we do not take. These are things that we do not take. And why are you guys taking this? But yeah, Kendrick did his thing. It was cool to see.
Yes. To begin, if you had the chance to see that whole certain streams, you couldn't see. I guess depending on where you got, you couldn't see the whole stage. That stage was a PlayStation controller.
Yep.
It was a series of lighting up, buttons lighting. And if you play GTA, you know that those buttons lighting up was the cheat code for full health, full armor, basically God mode.
Mm-hmm.
Basically
Mhm.
stating, can't nothing hurt me. And if that didn't speak volumes to especially the black community, of saying like we've seen all of this before, we've seen stuff unfold, can't nothing hurt me. We ready. This is
For real, when our folks see messages like that and we resonate with it, that lets you know that we completely understand. Now, for the
Mhm.
people who claim they understand but totally missed all that, this is a lesson that they will never comprehend. You don't get it. You'll never get it. And
Yeah.
even if someone explains it to you, you're still going to miss all of the nuances behind it because that's not your struggle.
there's a moment when he starts off. He said the revolution will be televised. You got the right time, but the wrong guy.
That was so priceless. Yo.
Dad told me.
I almost snatched my earphones off because I'm like, we starting strong. We're not here to play. We are not here to play. And
You
if
know
you if
what's crazy? They had to review all of this. They had to
To a-
review all this.
but here's the thing, they reviewed it, but they probably
can't do
once
anything.
again they can't do
Yeah.
anything.
They
They
can't.
probably didn't understand it
Mm-hmm.
because, like I said, double entendres.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that they knew.
You know who
And
knew?
the only thing is that they can't do anything. It
Jay
doesn't
much.
matter.
knew. Jay knew. He knew.
The creative freedoms.
Jay ain't saying nothing.
Yeah,
Last
I mean,
time he
when
said
it-
something,
when
he
it
got
comes
beat up
to
in the
us-
elevator, so he ain't saying nothing.
If that's who the review was left up to, then that let a lot of stuff.
I'm
slide.
crying. No, it's just that I mean, when it comes to the Super Bowl, like someone made a good point, like a long time ago when they like when they had Snoop on stage. I can't remember what year that is. Don't ask me. But when people were like, "Oh, we don't want him crip walking," and all this stuff. I think he was a feature. I don't think he was the main, but
was-
he still did it, and they can't do anything
No.
because they're not. They're paying to do this performance.
Mm-hmm.
It's like this is their performance. After they get chosen, they are choosing what they're doing. They're not gonna. They can't tell you what not to do. They're still gonna do it, which is
And we're
why.
not getting paid for it.
My man
Yeah.
is reading between the lines. He was like, "What they gonna do? They can't
No,
do anything."
because the
Mhm.
not like us thing, I was really just like, you really thought that he wasn't gonna do it.
Yeah.
It was the 3 times of him faking it for me that was just like, this is the Compton that I love to see. This is it, because don't play with me. You thought thought I was not gonna do it.
Like I said, this man's level of petty is diabolical and must be studied.
There is key placement. When all these dancers get out the GNX and he's in the middle, people are just thinking that was just him being in the middle because he's the artist. No,
Mm-hmm.
they represented the flag, and him standing in the middle and them split up is a country divided.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. And it just kept going. And Sam Jackson doing the commentary and you know, kind of being the narrator to kind of walk this thing through. There was a message that just kept coming. And I'm like, I hear you. Where do we need to meet up? I hear you. I'm ready. And I'm like, what do we need to do? And there was a point where Sam Jackson says, you need to stop. It's too loud, too rebellious, too ghetto. And I'm like, oh, this script is gold.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Y'all got the one of the baddest MFers in acting
Mm-hmm.
to play this role and to announce all these lines, to speak all these lines. And one of the right now, the king of West Coast hip hop, to come out here and serve a whole message and say, I'm going to give a show, but that's not my main goal.
Mhm.
I'm about to give you these words. You gave it. I wasn't disappointed.
Mhm.
Not in the slightest. And if you look up where he's doing his, I think it's right after he does DNA. After he does DNA, the crowd it says warning, wrong way.
Mhm.
He's already going the route he needs to go as we see this in the game. Once again, it's the game aspect. Sam Jackson comes in, he's like, no. And then he pulls back, slows it down,
Mhm.
brings SZA out. By the way, y'all gonna put respect on that sister's name and her talent.
I was surprised at
Lord.
her. Very, very surprised. I did not expect her to sound that good, and she sounded amazing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Not you shitting on SZA singing.
No.
Wait a minute, what?
That's not shitting on her. It's just that we all have recognized that she sings in cursive many a time. Okay. But she doesn't enunciate many a time. Okay.
Wow.
But
Not
she
sings in cursive.
sounded
Tafari, mark that
really
one down.
well.
Just sings in cursive. We
Sings
gotta
in
get that.
cursive.
She
Elmo.
sounded really well. And I remember, Liz, I was like,
I'm
she
sorry.
sounds amazing.
I bet she does. Can we please expound upon singing in cursive?
Nah, I've
Y'all
definitely
have
heard
never.
people say
This
that
is a
before.
running. This is a
Expand
running
upon
thing.
that,
This is
ma'am.
a running thing in the music community. People have always said this about SZA because she doesn't enunciate. Her letters run along to her when she sings. They run along together. It's just
Yeah, like when you listen to her sing The Weekend, I think I had to listen to that song at least 7 times before I understood what the hell she was talking about.
But she sounded good, and I was surprised because
Yeah,
I
so does
mean
a
I don't really
howling
listen
wolf,
to
but
her.
good grief, I don't want to keep listening to the damn thing if I don't understand it. You
Smoke.
know what I mean?
She talked about the Super Bowl, baby. She said
I
she
think
sounded.
they
Yeah.
gotta
I'm talking about real life.
She sounded good in the Super Bowl. I was really just like, okay, good, like she surprised me. I was like, this is really, and it made me think of, because they do have their tour coming. I was like, okay, like that, if this is how she sounds, like that would be nice.
Thanks, Navy, for putting smokestack lightning in my head. Really appreciate that.
Just for you, my friend. Just for you.
I want to go to my second in command. What was your initial react? Because I was watching you and Navy when you were doing your show. I was watching you guys
And when I
live.
ripped the cord out the
Yeah,
wall,
like,
time ago.
I'm watching on one
That's
monitor,
insane.
then I'm watching you guys on the, and I'm like, yeah,
Like,
hey,
All right,
and
I'm
I couldn't
sorry,
type.
y'all. There's an important person here that we're trying to talk to right now, but there's somebody really, really important that's going on here right now. So we're gonna cut this shit short right now. Let's go.
Like,
Yo,
Bama,
when I tell you-
Bama was in the comments. Shout out to Bama. Bama was in the comments. He
Doing
was
the
doing the
play-by-play.
countdown. He was like,
Bama was giving status reports.
For real.
T minus 5 seconds and counting. There are children on the field. They're
Mm.
pointing out a flag. Okay, thank you for coming. Like a blessing. Good night. Click. What the fuck?
That's so funny.
But no, this was something. So I want to know, what was your initial thoughts on just the entire performance, the meaning, everything?
So I hollered. Navy and I watched it together once we ripped the cord out the wall.
And then threw out the wall.
Gone. I had almost every range of emotion. I don't know anybody that does. I immediately start to cry whenever I hear all the stars.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, because
Same.
I didn't think that was going to hit me. The emotion was going to. I'm like, oh shit!
The drum beat. As soon as that shit came out, I was like, oh wait, no, oh, oh wait, I wasn't ready. So yeah, so
she
as soon
totally
as I
lost
saw
her
it,
shit. It was funny.
It was like, oh motherfucker, I wasn't expecting that one. So it was. The performance was great. I think his timing in that with what he was doing and his timing with the musicality, the staging, all that stuff. Shout out to the team that put that all together because my God. My God. It was flawless for me. I'd like to see him come back. I don't think they're gonna have him come back.
Like most black performances, you only get once.
You only get one. He did it, and he
Didn't
got
you
it all in one shot. No pun intended. Drake
Ah.
nailed it. I'm very glad that he did that in the
Nah, that
camera.
smile was diabolical.
That dude, that was from the core of Satan's
Say Drake.
belly. Okay,
Because
There's
he was very he was very specific on what not to say, like as far as cursing.
Mhm.
And they came to that line, and he said, "Say Drake," and
Say
looked
Drake.
at the camera and smiled. I'm like,
That level of I know you. That's like I know you watching.
He said the whole thing with his whole chest, and the smile was just icing on the cake. Like, I love that for him. I really like. I'm smiling right now because like just to see him walking down the street with that smile is what it was just like, this is effortless. This is on a daily basis. This is just something random. This ain't something like, oh, I just practiced this. Like, it was like, hey,
I've been waiting for this one line.
I've
been waiting 3 months for this one line to look dead straight in this camera, and we walked through it. We did rehearsals for this, so I know I'm hitting these beats, and this cameraman gonna follow me. I know it's in my soul.
I just feel like during rehearsal, he probably had the demeanor of how he was in Squabble Up, but during the performance, he was like, "Nah, yeah, I'm gonna smile for you." But when they were practicing,
Like,
I'm
you
sure
thought
he
I
was
wasn't,
very
huh?
just monotonous and everything. Just like, hey, we gonna
It
do
was
this thing.
it was very much. You thought I wasn't, didn't you?
When a calculating mind goes quiet, you are in trouble. And Kendrick don't talk. He don't talk about shit. That motherfucker been dead for a year, and he's still doing this. He don't even know he been dead for a whole year, and he's still trying to kick and squalor and do whatever he's got to do. Kendrick,
He's an
Kendrick got something else for that ass too. I know a thinking man when I see him. That motherfucker got something else for his ass. And I can't wait. I can't wait.
He's in Australia and can't escape the pain.
No.
Kira said, Kid laid the trap card down and said, "Yo move."
Reverse. Reverse.
Everybody said they wanted just the hits, and I'm like, he kind of did that when he popped out with Dre. I'm like, once you realized All Right was not that list, this was nothing but violence. Like, this was we be all right. The rest of y'all out there, though, good luck. Y'all in the press box.
I'm still mad how Snoop Dogg gonna come out talking about, man, you stood 10 toes down. I'm like, Snoop, no, Snoop. This is not.
I guess you would know, motherfucker. You ain't stood 10 toes down on shit since at least 1990 pick of number.
I'm so mad at him. I can't tell you. I'm like, how? Like, I can't imagine to be from Long Beach. Because, like, yeah, we all from Cali and everything, and we go for each other. But to be from Long Beach, I know them motherfuckers is sick right now. Like, I know they're sick.
It's so much
Proud
drama.
Yeah, because it's that meme. It's that meme from Tyra Banks from America's Top Model. We were rooting for you.
Mm-hmm.
We were all rooting for you.
Snoop was starting to give you Mr. Roger vibe.
And yeah, fucked up.
We might not have been rooting, but it's just like we weren't expecting you to
flip the coin like that.
This.
Right.
Like,
thank you.
You supposed to say 10 toes all the way down. Don't move.
Yeah, thank for restoring the power of Crip walking to the stage. It was for a few months there.
good for Serena. I love
that look on her face though. It was the look on her face as she was at the camera like, fuck you, nigga.
She's been glowing. She's been glowing. But somebody mentioned, it was so funny. They were like, they called Serena up to dance in music when it's some petty stuff. And then they brought up how, Beyonce did have her dancing in that well, I Ain't Sorry when she was mad at Jay-Z. And I was like, you're not wrong. Serena said, I will always dance for some petty shit. Okay. You can call me and I will be there. It don't matter if it's crip walking or if it's something sexy, I'll be there. Okay.
Plus Serena looked good, which kills me about Stephen A. and his widow's peak 4K head 4K ass. Well, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was just saying, since we're here and Stephen A. and his way back machine hairline that said her husband should leave her because why you
Right.
still worried about Drake? Paul, like, just first off, Drake's still worried about her, and that's the
Right.
problem. Secondly, baby, do you want me to go on stage with you? We can crip walk together. Like, I will
I can.
dance in this
Right.
nigga's grave with you.
Serena could.
Where's
Serena
the
could
baby? And
walk,
bring the
tap
baby
dance,
too.
salsa.
No,
I-
because Alexis and the older daughter were in the crowd.
yeah.
Alexis loves that woman.
Mhm.
Okay.
Somebody
And he
said that
clapped for
her
her every
husband.
time.
Somebody said Serena's husband laid out her outfit for her just for this particular occasion.
He
And
probably ironed it and
if he
said,
did,
And
she
"Press
was
ribbons
the second world.
and everything.
this little tennis skirt and little crop top. I
Girl,
got it
girl.
ready for you."
I see it now. Girl, go and wear those chucks I like. Just go out there and do whatever you want. You can wear those chucks too. I'm good with that too.
No, because Drake came after him too.
Yeah.
What?
And so and again, this is this whole thing of like I will never understand it. Drake won't let stuff go, but again, he's full on Aubrey now. The white side is taking over.
He's burned a lot of people from reports I've been reading. He has burned a lot of people, especially in the music industry. He has played
somebody at Duolingo.
Career.
Yeah,
and I this is his
he
moment.
stole from Beyonce.
That was my next thing. That's one of my things.
Imagine
Imagine doing that and thinking your life was gonna be safe or be cool. Beyonce is chill, okay? Beyonce's like
you got to worry about.
Beyonce has been very like, y'all are not getting my personal life, so she don't give a fuck. But imagine dealing with her camp and everything, and they know what you did, and you think that they're ever gonna have a space for you,
baby. The storm.
You thought Lemonade was an album? That was a warning.
Shots fired.
Drake does not have enough respect for people, but in this case, like I was talking to someone yesterday, I was like, I think really the biggest thing that killed him was like his lack of respect for Kendrick. He didn't have enough respect for him in anything from the beginning, and so that's what led him. That's why we're here, because at this point, I don't even think Kendrick is whooping him. It's really just Kendrick is doing what Kendrick wants to do. It just so happens that people are still worried about you, but I'm sure that Kendrick goes home and he's just like, "This is my song. Why would I not rap it?"
But he also sat there and said, "This ain't about." He said, "This ain't about feelings. This is about 40 acres and a mule." And I'm like,
right. It's not really all about the. It's not really about the beef. It's just like, because we're not going to sit here and say if Drake ever had the opportunity to do the Super Bowl when he was, going after Meek Mill, that he wouldn't have got on that stage and did all them songs. So this is Kendrick's song.
1,000%.
He has every right to do this song.
Although not to be really mean, but Little Wayne fans, y'all need to apologize. Y'all Little Wayne fans that got in y'all feelings about him not performing, y'all need to apologize quickly.
Wait, Will, why is no one even talking about him?
No, it needs to be said. It needs to be said. It needs to be said because you had some people thought, man, he should be there because New Orleans. Little Wayne cannot perform no more. He's like
Little Wayne shouldn't be doing anything in the limelight.
He should be talking, much less moving.
Somebody said he'll perform and be tired after the first song and one lock will fall out.
No, you're sick. You're sick. Nah, amen. You're sick.
Bruh, you serious right now?
And welcome back, Will. Welcome back.
I'm not gonna lie, that's crazy. But it's also just like, I mean,
unbelievable.
There are many people that can put on good performances, but I mean, this performance was a good one, and it was a timely one. He was not about to do none of that. He wasn't going to give a good one or a timely one. So we would have just lost out if it was Lil Wayne. I'm sorry.
I agree. I've had this conversation several times since the announcement of who was going to be at the Super Bowl. And the first thing I said is like, when's the last time he been hot?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He had a run. He had a run, but
he could just chill and live his life out wherever he want to do.
Like everybody that's out of that camp, that comes out of that Young Money camp,
They all fucking pillheads.
My friend said the other day, he said there is no way any of them are doing a Super Bowl, and even if they did, they would all have to be on the ticket because they couldn't afford it.
Because they look, Cash Money took over for about 5 years. They didn't go. They didn't disappear gracefully. None of them did.
9 and 2000.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, Wayne, you're supposed to be the top dog over there. You're supposed to be the OG. Why did you let the YNs from YM get in your head like that? Now you're over here doing lotion ads, talking about what? we all get a little sensitive sometimes. When he what was it? When Kendrick dropped GNX, it was like, damn. I feel like, I think first off, no one said congrats, by the way, and I feel like I let Wayne down. And then he was like, y'all better leave me alone. And I'm like, I think you got in that booth and realized you don't have anything for him. Just made the Carter 6 instead, because now that's on the way. Like, yeah, there was an era, early 2010.
Fire for fire,
man. Popular song came out. If you didn't like it, you just waited for the Lil Wayne remix. Lighter flick, and there we go. But now, I mean, why did you think that was old to you anyway? Like, that's... If anything, it was going to be like a Louisiana matchup. It would have been like you, Boosie, Master P, and a bunch of other people. It was never going to be just Wayne.
So it would just been none of that, that nobody asked for.
Right, because we didn't need none of that. Who was asking to see Master P right now?
Boys.
That part.
I'm saying, as far as the location, if none of this had popped off, that would have been the thing.
And it shouldn't. I'm glad it never got off the dock.
Yeah. Before any of this happened, Kendrick was just home being a happy black father, and then it was like, y'all want to go and bring Tupac out the dead for this shit? Okay.
Yeah, you saw the bat signal. What do you expect? What do you think was going to happen?
That's the weird thing about the other team. Like, y'all, this was literally asked for. The
disrespect was consistently there from the beginning, and honestly, like, from a rapping perspective, or at least you talking about like going bar for bar. There, like, because I remember when all this happened, I wasn't paying attention to it in the beginning. Like, I really wasn't. When I found out that he made an AI song using Tupac, I said, there is no way the entire rap community and culture did not say he lost right then and there. There's no, just that alone. And I'm not a rap head. I was just like, you're telling me that they didn't say he lost right then. To even use AI in a rap battle makes no sense.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
It seemed like every step after that just got worse and worse and worse. And I'm like, dude, stop. Like, I'm a hip hop head. So see MF Doom right on my chest right there. You know, so is
you know what?
To see that level
never really catered to actual.
He's pop.
No, he's 100% pop. But people look at him as if he is rap. So now you do have people that they're like, oh yeah, I'm a rap fan. Who's your favorite rapper? Drake. That's all I need to know, buddy.
About you and all
that's all I need to know, because we're not talking about the same thing, and I'm not even a rap head. Okay, I'm not, but you'll never hear Drake come out my mouth.
Yazin, it was before we go back, it was a interview that Yazin Bey, aka Mos Def, did, and even he said it. He was like, Drake cool, but he's not hip hop. He's more.
I know what you're talking about, because he's is more pop. That's all he is.
You'll hear him. You'll hear him like in the grocery store or something like that playing. Like you.
Well, I mean, you can't fake hip hop. Yeah. Oh, actually, I'm sorry. No, Black Thought. I'm sorry, Black Thought said that. Black Thought said you can't fake hip hop.
It's the mayhem saying Drake, because when he said I study rap, it's the fact that you say I study rap battles. You said that a long time ago, and here you are suing. Nobody has ever sued for
in
a rap
the history,
battle. And you're sitting here suing not once but twice. You scrapped the first, and then you said, "Okay, I'm upping it." Okay,
like in the history of rap, in the history, every MC that has gone down in history, whether you were on the winning side of the battle or the losing side, never in the history.
It doesn't matter. Like, nobody has ever said, "Okay,
I'm feeling. I'm filing a lawsuit."
I mean,
you'll be hearing from my lawyer.
So lyrical litigation, huh? We were trying to go for lyrical litigation.
That's a punk move because Jay-Z never sued Nas after Ether, and Nas eviscerated him.
They talked about that thing with Ja Rule too, and how nobody has ever sued over some shit that somebody said over a song, even if it was violently disrespectful.
Yeah.
Even if it was
violent. Then Ja Rule tried to do clapback, and we all laughed.
And it
Drake is special because he says "a" at the end of everything he says, even though he doesn't sound like it. I'm the best in the game, eh? Don't worry about what I do, eh?
So
he's
probably
not genuine in the slightest. He just has his own problems that he'll never get over, I'm sure.
But
I'm a fraud, eh?
I really hope
Hold on.
UMG takes him.
Yeah, for real.
Who
Real
says
quick.
that they study rap battles and cites Chicago? I'm not shitting on Chicago, but that's the first thing that comes out your face is Chicago.
It's on the list, but it shouldn't be the first one on the list.
I mean, it's a solid 2.
You're from Canada. First thing that
Well,
I mean,
Your nose ain't somewhere in New York right now.
Canada, Chicago.
Oh Jesus!
Ooh, that's an argument waiting to happen. But I'm just going to agree for the sake of this. For the sake of this episode,
I'm not saying Chicago don't got it because they gotta. I'm just saying if you're gonna study somebody, go to the originators of the shit. Maybe.
That man didn't care about no originator. He think he is the one and only right now, which was his problem to begin with, because he thought he was that on top that it don't matter what anybody does, even though I got 20 ghostwriters in the pack. Okay, I don't even got skill and talent for real, but still I'm number one.
They blew his head up that.
The fact that they asked his daddy about Kendrick's Grammy win,
and he said, "I don't want to.
I ain't got nothing to do with that. I ain't got shit to do with that. What you?"
But his daddy ain't got no loyalty. His daddy is there for his check every month when Drake calls on him to show up. His daddy is there for his check.
Where's the Meet the Gram song when you need it?
I think he should ask for more money.
Yes. So real quick, Tafari, what was your thoughts on Kendrick's exemplary performance?
Once we come out in the meditation pose, hitting all the direct look into the camera phrases, we knew it was gonna be a violent. I was hoping for all right, but I'm like, that's not a song we need right now. We'll be just fine. The rest of y'all, good luck. And the other 80+% over here, we're doing just fine. GG's over there. The GM had about 50 different people in it. On stage with security for Buddy, who pulled out that flag. I guess that wasn't in the deal because they all
apparently they did.
There's more behind that person. There's more behind that person that I found out.
Although no charges have been filed against him for pulling out that flag.
You part of the show, or did he just get a matching outfit?
They said he was a part of the show. They said he was part of the show, but they didn't know that he wasn't planning it.
Something spoke to his spirit, and he was like, this seems like the right time to do this. And so,
which he wasn't wrong.
He wasn't wrong. He wasn't wrong. He wasn't. If you know the history of that whole thing, and then you find out his name, you're just like,
and how relative it is to what's going on right now.
Yeah. So you're just like, no charges should be filed.
Right. I did hear that they said that he's banned. He's banned from all
NFL. At which point he was like, "Oh, the job is done. Thank you."
I performed
my job
for this one
Super Bowl. I got my power.
People always gonna police the wrong things. I mean, they just said that they can't do no charges, but they just said you can't come to no more NFL games.
And the great part is, he said, "And I got to be at home."
I guess they got his name on the list.
What they do? They do that move like, you can't come to more NFL games.
You my $200 per ticket. I'm good.
I would have threw that.
Who was it? Who was the councilman that just passed with the black councilman? Old dude. Was he Detroit? Eric Mays.
Yeah, Eric Mays. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. That's the first thing I thought. I'm like, that's like.
Oh, you talking about the councilman that councilman that cussed him out? Yeah, he's the one that cussed him out.
Can I have the floor? Yeah, he was literally like,
weak.
you can't come to any more NFL games. And you can't go to your NFL game. That's the first thing I thought of. So, yeah, yeah, Tafari. So go ahead.
Yeah, he put on for his city and his people. He did an entire. People wanted to be a body of work. He did his completely new album, which is fine by me. GNX had more people in it than a clown car.
He cut the floorboard out of a Grand National. Yeah. I cried a little bit.
I'm very much.
I seen how it was set up, and I'm like, oh.
I'm like, I hope that real car because apparently it was hard to find. So I'm like, damn, I hope y'all didn't like just standing on it.
They said they had a hard time finding that car.
A beautiful Mopar car, and you just cut the floor.
They said we gotta do what we gotta do. Like that. Kendrick said, I still have mine. So, he said, I had them try to find another one because it wasn't gonna be mine.
No. So I guess it's for the sake of the good. A sacrifice needed to be made.
Is that cut a hole into an original Grand National? There are special places in hell for people like that.
I think the devil himself is just like.
I'm sure that after did a good thing. I'm sure that somebody will buy that car just because it was used at the Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, but
they'll figure something to do with it.
Yeah,
you can reseal it, but I'm sorry, I'm going in my car feelings right now. I'm sorry, leave me alone.
You're having a lot of big feelings right now.
The feelings are valid, however.
The message was
national.
The message was. I'm not shocked everyone didn't pick up on it. That wasn't for y'all. It's for black people anyway. And then the harmonizing with the girls while teasing the song multiple times. Also the camera work for Peekaboo.
Yeah, the camera work was beautiful.
No breath control and no backtrack the entire show.
That was impressive.
Yeah, hey man, I'm sorry. I could not be the cameraman running backward because I would have failed. They would have been mad. They would have been so mad at me because I saw that man running backward and I said, yeah, no, buddy.
Well, they were X button, so he just had to rotate. But I'm like, I mean, he's freaking short. He just had to duck like this high and then just sneak.
I mean, what? Kendrick's what? 5'5", 5'6"?
He's not.
He's perfect.
He's a short king, and you better respect him. Okay?
No, I'm just saying. No, I'm not dissing him. I'm saying that works. Yeah, that works for practical angle.
Right.
Man.
Not just a black leprechaun.
Now, see, that was you. That was me. That was you. That was you.
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was the chat. It was the chat.
It was the chat. Navy, what was your thoughts on this performance?
You know, it says so much that you can say nothing. When you see this young man has come a long way and he has plied his craft, but when his message was so clear that it made people stand up and either cheer him on or complain about it, you've polarized a lot of people.
You did your job.
MAGA went scurrying. You hear me? They are livid. It was boring. I went, nigga, and what was boring? Oh, right, because it wasn't no ding, 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 ding. That was what made it boring? Oh, okay, guess what? Don't care about your feelings.
She was already in the audience. She could have just done it really quickly.
Oh my heavens!
When you see white kids singing that they're not like us, and the parents behind them are stone faced.
No, when you see TikTok and the majority of the people who are losing their shit in a good way are white folks, and they're comparing and they are screaming and squealing. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come to a curve. The turn is commencing.
Yep.
I don't know what else to say. I got chills at certain parts of the performance, especially when Serena was up there. I saw me and Lady Mandalore, we both reacted at the same time. She squealed louder than me part of the time. They were like, ah! Oh, yo, he's like, let's go. And I felt the chill in me. Because when
y'all are so dramatic,
especially when it got into Then I Like Us, when that intro with Samuel L. Jackson and it rolled into it, genius, absolute genius. and you could tell there was effort. So this thing is 15 out of 10 as far as I'm concerned.
Highest rated Super Bowl halftime show to date.
And the most talked about.
Talked about, and it surpassed Michael Jackson's
and the moon landing.
In the moon landing. Yeah,
I want to say it's somewhere in the 800 millions.
Yeah,
that's what I want to say.
If there's one thing folks gonna come together on, is hate. I love that.
If you're gonna ride and be on the right side of history, this is where you need to be.
Were you there? Were you there for they not like us? And then the beauty part about this is 20 or 40 years down the road, when this little piece of history gets looked at again, it is going to be beautiful to see Black excellence and be saying, we got to see in 1 year In 1 year, we got to see Beyonce, Doechii, and Kendrick Lamar all give stellar performances, all in the same year.
Clapback season is upon us. Also, just as somebody scolded many times, I'm very much happy with the freedom social media managers have been allowed to take, because between the Looney Tunes, Sonic, and Duolingo, and then Elmo is just like, look, I'm just here for SZA. Just leave me.
I agree with Elmo. Elmo
wearing red.
Oh man,
This is a nice lady.
Just engage in his rage, and he won't take the bait.
He didn't take SZA was a Rocco fan.
No, I said I left SZA alone.
Stop.
That's insane.
I mean, if you're gonna poke the dragon, throw a big rock.
Mayhem, what did you think?
Yeah, Mayhem.
Like, I was sort of in like a stunned silence for most of the show. Like, I couldn't believe.
I would have paid any amount of money to be there.
I couldn't believe.
Like it deadass felt like how we discuss our Marvel movies. Like, there are Easter eggs. There's like codes in the floor, and then like Serena's Drake's ex dancing on the X, and then like it's like you have to go back and watch the show again to get everything and fully appreciate it. You have to know American history to understand everything that's happening in the show. You have to be hip and a party to Black culture to understand and appreciate everything that's happening in the show. You have to go back through like 13 years of Kendrick disliking Drake to understand how we actually got here. Like, I can't hear the verse that he does on All the Stars. I can only hear that as a Drake diss now. And he said, "You can't bring nothing true to me." Like, go back and listen to that verse. It sounds like he's talking directly to Aubrey. So it's like he promoted his tour. He undressed America. He uplifted Black people. And he put the nail in the coffin for Drake and sent a warning shot to everybody, like, be authentic, be real, and don't come up in this industry.
Don't
like
tell
all in 13 minutes. And for all the white folk, that's what, like he says it in the song, he did 13 minutes, did not curse, did not say nigga not one time. So if the man that does it for a living can do it, you can do it too, boo-boo.
I am with Lady Mandalore. Before we close out, I'm with Lady Mandalore when they went to their rendition of All the Stars, and I'm like, oh shit.
I don't want to cry.
I didn't know until after the performance that there were that many people that liked that song. If I'm being honest.
Song,
are you kidding me?
Anthem. It is the anthem for Black Panther. So that song, and not only that, it's the lyrics in the song. So once again, double entendre. That song means a lot in the Blur community, a lot for so many reasons. So when it hit, it's bringing it back. Emotions about Chadwick Boseman is bringing back memories of like these words mean something, and when just like Mayhem said, he's bringing truth to the industry. Like, don't play, and everything he was saying, I'm like
Look, I knew it was over when he sat there and said, he told Drake to his face, he gave a warning. Don't tell lies about me. I won't tell truths about you. That was your first and only warning. And you didn't listen.
So
That's
yeah,
the best song.
this definitely was. This performance is not only one for the books, but it is one to be studied.
Mm-hmm.
See, America, what you don't want to admit is what we already know. Our
When-
entertainment equals your bucks.
Here's a plus side.
Mhm.
When the jackass in chief decides to show up at an event no one wants you at, and they boo you,
That was beautiful.
they booed him.
They booed
I
him
gotta
out.
go back and watch this.
They
Oh,
booed him
booed
the
him.
fuck out of there.
They're trying to scrub a lot of it, and they try to AI a lot of cheers into it, but no, he was.
Here's the beauty part about it. Fox News was able. Here's the thing: if you're watching Fox, and the only reason I know is because I had 3 televisions going on in the same house, my parents' house, a lot of people. Anyway, Fox Television, you can't hear the boos. You go to Hulu, you can hear the boos. Go to Tubi, you can hear the boos. Fox somehow figured it out to where everybody's like, wait a minute, Trump got booed? Yes, you could not hear it on the Fox channel. They somehow edited it out.
So that tweet that he would send out or whatever the hell he's, and we were all in the chat like, what the hell is he talking about? Because he was trying to pull it on Taylor Swift. It wasn't Taylor Swift. Because I'm like, what the hell does she do?
You know, also it's funny too. He also posed with Patrick, or was it Mahomes' family?
Yeah.
That was some foreshadowing right there, sir. That was foreshadowing.
I don't know when that shit happened, but all I can say is that motherfucker got sacked 6 times in the game, and 3 of them were like back to back. I cannot tell you. When I saw the first sack, I was like, God, that. Second sack, I said, bro, what?
See what happens when you anger the ancestors?
0-24.
This is why the ancestors is real. You don't anger the ancestors.
That's why it was DJ for biracials.
Remember when Queen Angela was at the Oscars
so
and Michael B and Jonathan Majors was up there on the stage and Jonathan Majors had that look like that's the community right now. We're just like
they had a disgusting game.
You sat there and took a picture. Someone sat there and said you should have been like Tom Brady during halftime and figure out what you need to sacrifice to win. Whatever you need.
This was literally my first Super Bowl in like 8 or 9 years, and then my first football game in longer than that. I haven't watched football in so long. Okay, I was sitting here looking at this shit like,
Mayhem got so. What you got, man?
Let her go finish. I got it. When you're done, I got it.
No, I was just watching that game was really just like there's no way.
I'm glad Whoopi said it, not me.
Fried chicken, Lord.
Fried chicken.
We were all thinking it though.
Wait, fried chicken. What the fuck was that?
When we heard that, we were just like, "Oh, it's a wrap. You're done. You are done."
Voodoo doll of Patrick Mahomes. Just kept
I see that. I see that.
You know what? That canceled out Barkley's wife and what she said. I'm like, y'all had to dig up something to find someone on her, but fried chicken is a pass, really.
Oh, make you change your life now, don't it?
Wait.
All the drums are closed there. All the drums are closed there.
I just want to go on record as having said, because I said it to Navy. I said that the Eagles were going to sweep them. I did say that. Navy.
That's good. You should have told me that.
I did. No. You were told, but your friend talked you out of it.
No, he talked me out of it. But if I just needed somebody, like I said, I haven't watched the game in a long time.
You ain't talked to us. It's fine.
I was just like,
I was just money on this game.
100%.
She was going to.
No, I did put money. I just didn't put as much money as I was.
I mean, the Chiefs.
The team could have 8.
You couldn't share with the class.
Hey man, I told my
Eagles were 8-1 shot. You could have made some money
at the beginning of the game. It was in favor of Kansas. Now I asked my friend who's an Eagles person, Philly and everything. I said, "How confident are y'all in your folks?" And I said, "Okay, I'm putting this amount on them." He said, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa." And I said, okay, bro. I said,
your friend is a Chiefs fan. I can tell you out the bat. Your friend's a Chiefs fan. You should want the Eagles.
You are 100% correct. And and you are 100% correct about that. I should have just did what I wanted to do.
Exactly.
Yes, I would have put honestly. I told him after the game, like by third, fourth quarter, I was like, I really could have just put my entire savings on this game.
With the team today.
Rule number 1 of betting: you never bet on teams you like. Never bet on teams you love or have a feeling of. You never bet on.
Bar.
Hey.
Yeah, my rule number 1 is don't listen to friends who try to discourage you.
You know, he was trying to look out for me, but yeah, he should have had. I told him you need to have more confidence in your own team, okay? Because there's no way.
Because roll tide, one. Roll tide.
I'm a real quick.
Go ahead,
I'm
Mayhem.
a real.
Mayhem never got to get his list.
Say it.
No, it was not to big up Tom Brady during Black History Month, but he said something so petty that my soul just did a backflip. At some point, I feel like it was 1,000,000-0 late in the game, and Tom Brady said the Chiefs need to forget three peat.
No, he didn't say that.
Getting 3 points.
Damn.
I said, oh.
But and that's really all they were doing. They kept going for field goals. They really wasn't getting no touchdowns. They got 1
because they got punched in the mouth. Four black men scared one white dude.
Are you saying Abbott Elementary about to cook up a fire episode? Wait till Always Sunny get their hands on it.
Oh, B. That episode.
Always Sunny about to have a ball.
But you saw there was hungover in the writers' room at an early morning meeting.
They're anything dealing with Philly sports. On that show, it's crazy.
Yep.
They are going to lose their shit for this episode. I swear.
Hey, what's going on, folks? CJ here, 1/3 of the 3 Black Geek Squad, and the Blur Station BlurCon live stream in 2024. What more can be said? Me and the good folks at Blur Station Press Corps, we put in a lot of hard work into making that happen last year. And with that came us being able to highlight a lot of indie creatives, congoers, podcasters, even some of the guests at the convention. We were able to highlight them. And it actually was a huge success, due in part to a lot of you guys that happened to see us there or watched us. And we had a lot of fun doing it. And it was great to be able to give back to the community that put us in this spot in the first place.
However, with this amount of success comes curveballs. The state of Virginia charges an exorbitant amount for the most basic Wi-Fi services. So now we're turning to our community.
We want to show how great we can be when we don't have any obstacles in our way. So we're asking for help with building a spirit bomb. We're calling on our Leaf Village to help us literally win the internet.
So just imagine your favorite Black-owned business or even your own finally getting to be seen on a global reach outside their own backyard. You can get more information on the sponsorship tier list at www.blurredstation.com/blurredcon-broadcast. This is Chris Fury of Blurred Station. We'll see you at BlurredCon 2025.